Want to stop guessing what women want and start acting like the kind of man they actually chase. The female code isn't a trick. It's a set of habits most men ignore. Learn them, live them, and you'll stop chasing. She'll come. Listen, this isn't some manipulative playbook. It's a Stoic roadmap. How to hold yourself steady, honest, and unshakable so attraction follows naturally. I'll walk you through the exact mindset and daily moves high-value men make without shouting about it. Short stories, real talk, no fluff. If you like useful stuff, hit like and subscribe. We drop straight, practical advice every week. 1. Know your worth quietly. A man who knows his worth doesn't need to announce it. He doesn't throw it in people's faces. It's like walking into a room and not trying to be noticed, yet everyone still turns. Why? Because your energy says more than your mouth ever could. I remember being at a dinner once where two guys stood out. One wouldn't stop bragging about his new car, his paychecks, even about how many women liked him. The other just sat, calm, eating, speaking only when he had something to say. Guess who everyone wanted to talk to? It was the quiet guy. Knowing your worth means you stop chasing approval. You don't ask, am I good enough for her? Instead you ask, is she good enough for my peace? That switch changes everything. Women are drawn to men who are grounded. It doesn't mean arrogance. Arrogance is loud. Confidence is calm. Think of high-status people. They don't run around trying to prove themselves. They already know what they bring. That energy is magnetic. The funny part? You don't have to be rich or famous to have it. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you handle rejection, the way you don't fold under pressure. Start small. Fix your posture. Speak clearly. Stop explaining every decision. When someone questions you, don't rush to defend. Just stand on your choice. That quiet strength screams value louder than 1,000 words. A man who knows his worth isn't desperate, and desperation is the biggest repellent there is. 2. Be scarce with your time. There's a saying, too much sugar spoils the appetite. The same goes for your time. If you're always there, always texting back instantly, always free whenever she calls, you kill the mystery. People start taking you for granted without even realizing it. I had a buddy once who was obsessed with a girl. He'd cancel gym, work, even family plans just to meet her. At first, she liked the attention. But after a while, she stopped respecting him. She knew he had nothing else going on. Compare that to another friend who was busy with his passions. He wasn't rude, he just wasn't available 24/7. That scarcity made her curious, made her chase him instead. This doesn't mean ignore people or play games. It means your life should be full. Hobbies, work, friends, growth. When she sees you value your time, she'll value it too. Time is like currency. If you throw it around carelessly, people assume it's cheap. But if you guard it, it becomes precious. Women don't want men glued to them all day. They want men with lives worth joining. So stop being available like a 24-hour store. Be scarce, not cold. It's a balance, and that balance builds respect. 3. Live a passionate life. Passion is magnetic. You ever meet someone who lights up when they talk about something they love? Their eyes shine, their voice has weight, and suddenly you're drawn in even if you don't care about the topic. That's passion. One time I met a guy who built guitars by hand. I don't even play guitar, but hearing him talk about wood, strings, and sound, it pulled me in. That energy is attractive because it shows depth. Most men are boring because they don't do anything. They work, they scroll, they sleep. That's it. When you live with passion, your life becomes a story worth telling. Maybe it's fitness, art, writing, travel, or even cooking. The activity doesn't matter. What matters is the fire behind it. That fire builds confidence. It makes you stand taller because you have something that defines you beyond women or relationships. Passion also gives you independence. You're not waiting for someone to entertain you. You create joy on your own. Women respect that. They see it as strength, and strength is always attractive. So ask yourself, what excites you? What makes time fly? If you don't know, start trying things. Build a life that excites you and watch how it draws others in naturally. 4. Learn to read feelings, not just words. Most men hear words, but miss feelings. They listen to what's said, but not how it's said. And that's where connection is built. Imagine this. She says, "I'm fine." But her tone is flat, her body turned away, eyes distant. She's not fine. If you take her words literally, you'll miss her. But if you notice the feeling, you'll respond differently. You'll say, "You don't sound fine. Want to talk?" That's how trust grows. Being emotionally in tune doesn't mean being weak or oversensitive. It means paying attention. High-value men don't react like children. They don't explode when someone's upset. They read, they understand, and they respond with calmness. That calm presence is rare. Start small. When someone speaks, watch their eyes, listen to their tone. Don't interrupt, just listen. Then reflect back what you sense. That simple act shows maturity. Women feel safe around men who get it without drama. It's not about fixing her problems. Sometimes it's just about being present. She doesn't need you to solve everything. She needs you to see her, to hear her. That's how emotional attunement turns into attraction. 5. Authenticity beats trying hard every time. Trying too hard is like bad perfume. Everyone smells it and it stinks. You've seen men who laugh too loud, agree with everything, or copy others just to fit in. It feels fake, and women sense it instantly. Authenticity is different. It's saying what you mean and meaning what you say. If you don't like sushi, say so. If you prefer simple dates, own it. Authentic men don't shapeshift to please people. They let people adjust to them. I knew a guy who always pretended to be richer than he was. Flashy clothes, fake watches, renting cars for dates. It worked short term, but when the truth came out, he lost all respect. Compare that to another guy who lived simply but honestly. He didn't hide his old car, didn't fake his lifestyle. And guess what? Women trusted him more because what he showed was real. Being authentic weeds out the wrong women. Fake charm attracts fake love. Real honesty attracts women who actually want you, and that's how you win in the long run. 6. Carry contagious, calm energy. Energy is real. You walk into a room and people can feel you before you even speak. Some men carry tension, stiff posture, darting eyes, quick words. Others walk in calm, steady, like they own their space. Guess which one people gravitate toward? Calm energy is attractive because it's grounding. Women especially notice it. When life feels chaotic, a man who stays centered feels like safety. And that safety creates desire. It's not about being overly serious or robotic. It's about having a steady vibe that reassures others without you trying too hard. I once saw two guys handle the same situation. Both got stuck in traffic before a date. One kept cursing, panicking, apologizing non-stop, texting every 2 minutes. By the time he arrived, his energy was drained, and she was stressed out just watching him. The other stayed composed. He texted once, "Running late? I'll be there soon." He arrived calm, smiling, made a joke, and the night went smooth. Same situation, two different energies. One killed attraction, the other built it. Calmness doesn't mean you never feel pressure, it means you know how to manage it. Sleep enough, move your body, eat well. These basics shape your energy more than you think. Practice breathing before you react. Count to 3 before replying in conflict. That pause shows strength. Positivity is also part of this energy. Not fake cheerleading, but a natural habit of seeing solutions instead of only problems. When you're the guy who says, "We'll figure it out," instead of "This is hopeless," people feel lighter around you. That makes them want more of your presence. A man with calm energy doesn't chase attention, he attracts it, because in a stormy world, he's the anchor. 7. Look like you care. Grooming matters more than you think. Some men think looks don't matter, but they do. Not in a shallow movie star way, but in the way you present yourself. Grooming is respect for yourself. If you don't care, why should anyone else? I'll give you an example. I once met a guy who was brilliant, funny, but he always showed up in wrinkled clothes, messy hair, smelling like he rolled out of bed. People laughed at his jokes, but they didn't respect him. Another guy, not as smart, not as funny, but always neat. Clean shave, ironed shirt, fresh scent. He walked into the same room and everyone gave him space and attention. Presentation matters. It's not about expensive suits or luxury brands, it's the small things. Trim your nails, keep your beard tidy or shave clean, get a haircut regularly, wear clothes that fit your body, not clothes that hide it. Wash your face, keep your teeth clean, use deodorant. These are basics, but basics build first impressions. Women notice details more than men do. A man may think, "Who cares if my shirt has a stain?" But she notices, she sees effort, or the lack of it, and effort signals value. If you care about yourself, you can care about her. The point isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Looking sharp changes how you feel about yourself. When you walk out knowing you look good, you stand taller, speak clearer, move smoother. That self-assurance is what people respond to. Think of it like maintaining your car. You don't need a Ferrari, but if your car is clean, well kept, and runs smooth, people respect it. Same with your appearance. Keep it polished. It says a lot before you open your mouth. 8. Be adventurous, but grounded. Adventure doesn't always mean skydiving or climbing mountains. It means living with curiosity, trying new things, breaking routine. But here's the catch. Adventure without grounding is chaos. Women love men who bring excitement and stability. Take this story. A buddy of mine loved adventure. He'd call his girl at midnight to drive out of town, try new food, dance till morning. She loved it at first, but then she realized he was late to work, broke, and couldn't stick to plans. The thrill wore off. Another guy. He planned weekend hikes, surprised her with new restaurants, but also paid bills on time and showed up steady. She felt both excitement and safety with him. That's the balance. Adventure keeps life fresh. When you suggest trying something new, you show you're open-minded. It could be small, cooking a dish you've never tried, taking a different route home, learning a skill. It's not about danger, it's about curiosity. That curiosity is contagious. Playfulness is part of adventure. Tease her in a fun way, laugh often, be spontaneous sometimes. Women remember how you made them feel, and adventure feels alive. But ground it with discipline. Show her you can have fun without losing control. Adventure says, "Life with me won't be boring." Grounding says, "Life with me will also be safe." Together, that mix is rare and irresistible. 9. Be her calm anchor. Loyalty wins the long game. Attraction gets her attention, but loyalty makes her stay. In a world full of distractions and games, loyalty is gold. When you're steady, dependable, consistent, you give her something rare, emotional security. I knew a couple once where the man was charming but flaky. He'd forget dates, flirt with others, disappear for days. She was always anxious, always guessing. Eventually she left. Later she found someone quieter but loyal. He showed up when he said he would. He kept his word. He wasn't flashy, but she relaxed around him. That's when she fell deeper. Loyalty isn't about chains. It's not boring, it's strength. It means you don't fold when things get hard. You don't run at the first argument. You don't get distracted by every temptation. You stay committed. That builds trust, and trust builds love. Women don't want perfection. They want to feel safe emotionally. They want to know the man next to them won't betray them for a cheap thrill. Loyalty proves you're not just another guy chasing attention. You're invested. Loyalty also protects you. It keeps your energy focused instead of scattered. It builds a stable life, a strong bond, and respect. In the long run, women value loyalty more than flashy looks or money, because loyalty is rare. Be rare. 10. Never use games as a long-term strategy. Games are easy. Ignore her for 3 days, send mixed signals, pretend you don't care. It might hook her for a moment, but it won't last. Games destroy trust. And without trust, connection dies. I once saw a guy play games with every girl he dated. He'd disappear, make them jealous, act mysterious. At first, women chased, but after a few months they all left, tired, drained, suspicious. Another guy I know, he never played games. He was direct. I like you, let's see where this goes. Some women walked away, but the ones who stayed, they stayed loyal. Games create confusion. Authenticity creates clarity. If you're honest about what you want, you attract women who want the same. If you're fake, you attract fake energy back. Simple as that. Stoicism teaches honesty and control. High-value men don't waste energy on tricks. They say what they mean what they say, and back it up with action. That honesty sets you apart. Short-term attraction is cheap. Long-term respect is priceless. Skip the games. Build real. So, here's the truth most men don't want to hear. There is no secret female code hidden in some mystery book. It's not about saying the right line, memorizing tricks, or acting like someone you're not. The real code is about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to chase. A man who has his own rhythm, his own values, and his own peace. Stoicism teaches us that you can't control what others think, feel, or do. You can only control yourself. And that's exactly why high-value men stand out. They aren't pulled around by every mood, every opinion, every rejection. They're calm, they're steady. They know their worth without shouting about it. That's what women notice. That's what they respect. Think about all the points we just went through. When you know your worth, you walk different. When your time is scarce, people respect it. When you live with passion, you shine without even trying. When you're emotionally tuned in, you connect deeper. When you're authentic, you filter out the wrong ones and attract the right ones. When you bring calm energy, people feel safe. When you care about how you present yourself, you show self-respect. When you're adventurous but grounded, you make life exciting and stable at the same time. When you're loyal, you give her peace. And when you skip games, you give her trust. That's the whole code. Not complicated, not fancy. Just habits and choices stacked over time until you carry yourself differently. Here's the part most guys miss. You don't need to be perfect to pull this off. You don't need to be rich, tall, or movie star handsome. You just need to be consistent. Women don't fall for perfection. They fall for presence. They fall for men who live with purpose. So ask yourself right now, which one of these do I already live by, and which one do I need to start today? Don't overthink it. Pick one habit. Maybe it's grooming. Maybe it's setting boundaries with your time. Maybe it's being more authentic. Whatever it is, start now. Small steps, repeated daily, change how you see yourself. And once you see yourself differently, she'll see you differently too. Stop chasing approval. Stop searching for shortcuts. Build the kind of life that makes you proud to wake up every morning. That's the real Stoic path. When you live that way, attraction isn't forced. It happens naturally. And before you go, hit that like button if this gave you something useful. Drop a comment below. Tell me which one of these 10 traits you're going to work on first. And if you want more straight, no-nonsense insights on women, relationships, and Stoic living, subscribe to Behavior Insight and ring the bell. Because the next video, it's going to take this even deeper. Remember, the female code isn't cracked with words, it's cracked with who you become.